UFC Fight Night Adesanya versus IMamov is going to be happening on February 1st. As the timing of this recording, it is currently January 26th, so it's going to be about 5 days, 6 days from now. And I figure I give out fight predictions. So let's start with the prelims. Beginning fight, we have Haname Albulawaf. I'm pretty sure I butchered that guy's name, versus Jamal Pogus at heavyweight. I'm going to go with Jamal Pogus. Pogus is apparently moving up from light heavyweight. I think he already fought at light heavyweight before, but I'm going to go with Pogus just because I think that lighter man skill is real. And, you know, this guy, Hamaudi Awolblop, he's only got 5 wins at the timing of this recording. Only 5 wins. Jamal Pogus got 11 wins, 4 losses. And, you know, you just have to consider that lighter man skill, man. So I'm going to go with Jamal Pogus. Next fight in the card at featherweight, Bogdan Grad versus Lucas Alexander. You know, I'm going to go with Bogdan Grad, man. I don't really know any of these guys, to be honest with you, but I just have a feeling that Grad is going to do better. He has 14 wins, 2 losses. Lucas Alexander has 8 wins, 4 losses. So usually when I see a fight, I'm going to pick the guy that has, like, the winning record, unless there's, like, variables. You never know. Next fight, women's flyweight, Jameen Jasudavicius versus Maya Bueno Silva. I'm going to go with Bueno Silva, and that's that. I don't know anything about women's MMA. Faraz versus Mike Davis. I'm going to go with Faraz. Faraz is 27 at lightweight with 16 wins, 4 losses. Mike Davis is 11-2 with at age 32. I just think that usually when you have the younger competitor at lightweight, you know, he can win, but that's not always the case. For all we know, we can see Mike Davis put it like a shutout. But I'm going to go with Faraz. All right, next fight. Terrence McKinney versus Damir Hadzovic. I'm going to go with Damir. Actually, no. I'm going to go with Terrence McKinney. Looking at their ages, Damir is 38 and Terrence McKinney is 30. So they both have... Actually, no. They both have the same amount of losses at 7. And Terrence has 1 more win at 15. Damir has 14. I think I'm just going to go with McKinney. McKinney is the younger guy. Freddie at lightweight is pretty old. That's pretty much ancient. The meal deal, Shamil Gaziev ending the prelims versus Thomas Peterson. I'm going to go with Shamil, man. That guy's a meme fighter, and I think Shamil is just, like, the funniest, like, meme fighter ever. For some reason, just looking at Shamil Gaziev makes me laugh. Like, this guy is just... Something about him is just hilarious to look at. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to go with Shamil. Besides, even though he's a meme fighter, he actually has a decent record. He's got 13 wins and only 1 loss, which was by Rosenstrike, you know, Jairzinho Rosenstrike. And, you know, that's not a bad loss. Jairzinho is a good fighter at the heavyweight division. But I think the reason why people meme on him is because he lost just because, like, of TK obesity. You know, he couldn't out-cardio him. Like, he was just heavy breathing, dying, trying to get past the 4 for the 3rd round. But let's move on to the main card. On the main card, we got Muhammad Naimov versus Kenan Olfi. I'm going to go with, at featherweight, by the way, I'm going to go with Kenan Olfi. I don't have a reason why, because, to be honest with you guys, I don't know these people, but I'm going to go with Kenan only. Next fight, Ikram Alaskara versus Andre Munoz. I'm going to go with Ikram. Ikram, you know, he fought Whitaker not that long ago, and his only 2 losses, actually, in the entire sport have been to Hamzat and Whitaker. I think this guy is still good. And I don't think Andre Munoz can put it on Ikram. I think Ikram can probably give him some issues. And he's also younger. And he might be less experienced. Andre has 30 fights in general. Ikram only has 17 fights in general. But I'm going to go with Ikram. I think he's going to get it done by grappling. Ikram by decision. Said Nurmagomedov versus Vinicius Oliveira. I'm going to go with... at bantamweight. I'm going to go with Said. I'm going to go with Said Nurmagomedov. I think it's probably going to be a decision. Vinicius Oliveira, though, I can see him maybe, like, putting on a competitive fight with a decision. I can maybe even, like, see him catching a submission. But I just think Said is going to be a little bit better. Now, getting to the final 3, they're very exciting cards, the ones that you're all waiting to hear. Sergey Pavlovich versus Jairzinho Rosenstrike. I'm going to go with Pavlovich. People talk about Pavlovich because, you know, he lost to Tom Aspinall, who's pretty much the greatest heavyweight right now, like the best in every single league or whatever. I think Tom Aspinall is just the best heavyweight on the planet. It's not exclusive to just the UFC. I think he beats everybody, maybe except Ngannou. Ngannou might be the exception. And he did lose to, let's see. Pavlich did lost to Alexander Volkov, and I remember actually picking Volkov for that fight because I just feel like Pavlich was. I just felt like that was a bad style matchup for Pavlich, but I think that people are underrating Pavlich now, and I think Pavlich can give Jairzinho issues. I think he's gonna outstrike him because here's the thing: Jairzinho can hit hard, but he rarely ever hits hard. Like he rarely ever catches you and knocks you out. I think he only did that to Overeem at the last second, and to be fair, Overeem when he was old, he was kind of slacking a little bit, not paying as much attention. Not that he's a bad fighter, he's a good fighter, but he was kind of slacking. And Jairzinho is more of like a technical kickboxer. You know, he's not going in there trying to get a knockout. He's trying to like outpoint you to a decision most of the time. But I'm going to go with Pavlich, probably by KO. I think I'm going to go with round 1 KO, Pavlich. Round 1 KO by Pavlich, yeah. All right, next fight, co-main event. Sharia Bullet Magomedov versus Michael Page. I'm going to go with Sharia Bullet, man. The reason why I'm not picking Michael Page is because I think Page is too small. Page, this fight is at middleweight. Page is not a middleweight. Page is very clearly a welterweight. When you look at his size and everything, you can tell this guy is undersized for welterweight. Or not undersized for welterweight, undersized for middleweight, my bad. And I just think Sharia or Magomedov is just going to put it on him, you know. Michael Page is 37. He's still very fast, you know, at 37 years old. It kind of reminds me of like a wonder boy. And Magomedov is 30 years old, and, you know, he's getting better with his striking. He's doing like the type of shit you see in fighting games. Like that double spinning back fist or whatever, that was pretty cool when he put it against Petrosan or whatever. I forgot the guy's name. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. It might be wrong. But it's pretty cool, the type of guy that stuff does in the octagon. Will he ever be a champ or will he ever be like a top 5 ranked fighter? I don't think so. But it's fun watching this guy just strike with people. And I think he's going to be a little bit too big. Even though, like, when it comes to striking, moving up a division is not as efficient as it is grappling. Like, when you get grappled by a heavier man in the division up, that's when it becomes an issue. But I'm going to go with Magomedov by... I think it's going to be a decision. I don't think either of these guys are going to put their lights out. I could be wrong. But I just think Sharov is going to have like his match striking wise. And I think it's going to be him winning a decision. Probably going to win 2 rounds to 1 in my opinion. Anyways, main event, Israel Adesanya versus Nassoudine IMamov. I'm going to go with Adesanya. I know people are saying Adesanya is old. I'm picking IMamov, this and that. Yeah, I know Adesanya is old. And I know he lost to Strickland, Dricus, Alex Pereira the first time, but I think that he's not. I think he didn't do that bad in the Dricus fight. I think he actually pulled through when he dropped Dricus, because I think he dropped or made Dricus slip. There was a chance if Adesanya pulled through, he could have finished him, and I think it's enough. I think he's still good enough where he can like beat off these contenders. Pause. I think he can still do enough to beat these guys though, man, and. I know IMamov is a bit of like a grappler, but I don't even think he's that grappling heavy. Like the last fight I saw was he even that grappling heavy? I need to like recheck. I just think IMamov is good, but I don't think he's good enough to beat a former champ like Adesanya. And I think Adesanya is just going to use his range and like his good takedown defense to just win a decision. A lot of people also talking about like contender Israel, like contender Izzy, like that's the thing. I know Izzy isn't in his prime anymore, definitely not at 35, even at middleweight, because he had like so much wear and tear on his body. But I think he's still good enough where he can beat off most contenders. And I think he's going to beat IMamov by a decision, but we could also see a knockout. Final pick, I'm going to go with Adesanya by decision. He's probably going to win 3 rounds, or maybe 4 rounds to 1. I think... And IMamov is maybe only going to win 1 round or 2 rounds, depending how it goes. But we can also see the opposite, and we can also see Izzy get dominated. But I don't think he degraded that much, or unless IMamov leveled up his career, his skill set that much. Anyways, that's it for this, guys. Just want to give my quick little prediction for Fight Night Adesanya versus IMamov. I think this is going to be a good card. I think this is actually ironically going to be better than the pay-per-view, the UFC 312 pay-per-view. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.